Inside every computer on the planet, one element is responsible for doing the thinking, and that is silicon. And in today's episode of Element Facts, we're going to be uncovering the secrets of this amazing element. From efficient lighting, to computers, to even a working lightsaber built in real life, join me as I uncover the amazing properties of this element. Silicon is element number 14 on the periodic table, with 14 protons, 14 neutrons, and 14 electrons. It's a hard, brittle metalloid that, it looks kind of like a metal, but doesn't have the same properties, and doesn't conduct electricity as well. But this property of being crappy at conducting electricity actually secretly makes it incredibly OP for building computers. To turn raw silicon into a computer, factories will first take a big sheet of silicon, called a wafer, and print tiny patterns onto it. These patterns are formed out of what are called doped silicon, which is basically a mixture of silicon with tiny impurities of different elements like phosphorus or arsenic that change the electrical properties of the silicon. This allows factories to create tiny circuits called transistors on the sheets of silicon. These transistors basically act like tiny electronic switches that can be either on or off. Combining together millions of these transistors can create computers that can do everything from simple math to complex logic to this. Let's check out a cooler application of silicon, turning electricity into light. Now this is done by creating something called an LED, or light-emitting diode, out of silicon semiconductor. Now in the heart of the LED is a tiny chip of silicon that is made out of half p-type silicon, which contains phosphorus, and half n-type silicon, which contains nitrogen. Now these types of silicon have very different electrical properties, and when electricity flows from one to the other in this kind of chip, it can only flow one way, not the other, and a small amount of energy is lost. But where does this energy go? It can't just disappear. This energy is actually turned into light, visible light. And by mixing various elements into the tiny junction between the p-type and n-type silicon, you can get this light to come out in different colors. People have been engineering these LEDs for a very long time, and lately they've been getting so powerful that you can turn them into, well, a lightsaber. And I built one.